Welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela, and if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, I am glad that you did. Also, it's raining outside right now, so I'm not sure if it's going to be loud on camera, but I guess I'll figure that out later when I'm editing. That'll be a nice fun surprise. If you are looking to start reading and you have no idea where to start, or if you just want some fun reads that'll keep you entertained during quarantine, welcome, you have come to the right place. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 of my favorite books of all time that are also coincidentally books that are very easy to get into. They're super fun and entertaining, and there's something in this list for everyone, so even if you say that you don't like reading, trust me, one of these books will tickle your fancy. Ugh, I hated that phrase. Disclaimer, a lot of these books are books that you've probably heard about already. You've probably seen these at Barnes & Noble or at Target, or your friend has talked about them, or you've seen the movie. Oh, also, some of these books are standalones and some of them are series. The first series on my list is the Divergent series. I am sure that you all know what the Divergent series is. There were some big blockbuster movies made out of the series, and unfortunately after the second one they kind of just sucked. So if you've just seen the movies and you're like, I don't really want to read that, trust me, the books are so much better. Veronica Roth is an amazing author, and she writes really vivid, really easy to understand scenes. There's a little romance in there if you like romance. It's also a dystopian series. If you're into post-apocalyptic type stories, then this one is the one for you. It's centered around a girl named Tris. She lives in a world in which everyone is divided into factions. The books are long, but they will suck you in, I promise. The second series on my list is the Harry Potter series. I think most people, if not everyone, knows what the Harry Potter series is. You've either already read the books, you've seen the movies, or you've been to Universal and you've seen Harry Potter World and Hogwarts and all that stuff. If you have not yet read the series, what are you waiting for? It's out there. I'm pretty sure some of the ebooks are free right now, if I'm not mistaken. There are also a bunch of free audiobooks for the Harry Potter series. So it's very accessible. It's centered around, you guessed it, Harry Potter. This is a boy whose parents were killed when he was a baby, and at the beginning of the series, he lives with his aunt and uncle and his really annoying cousin. And then he finds out that he's a wizard. Whoa. He ends up going to Hogwarts, which is the school of wizardry, and he meets his friends for life, Ron and Hermione. And the series follows them as they break the rules a lot and try to defeat the being that killed Harry's parents, who goes by the name Voldemort. I suggest reading the series, even if you've seen the movies and you think you already know the story. Trust me, the books are better. Even though the movies are really great, highly, highly, highly recommend. The third book that I have on the list is a standalone, and it's called Fangirl. It was written by Rainbow Rowell, and it's absolutely wonderful, fantastic, A+. It's super relatable and funny. It follows the main character, Kath, as she starts her first year of college, and she's navigating the whole being on her own thing, and she has a twin, but her twin doesn't want to room with her, so she has to learn how to live by herself. And she's also a huge fangirl, hence the name of the book, and she's very into the Simon Snow series, which is sort of like a spin-off of Harry Potter. There is also naturally a romance in this novel, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. Kath's boyfriend is one of the best book boyfriends I have ever read about. He is just so sweet. Once you get into it, you won't be able to put it down. Rainbow Rowell is an amazing author. All her other books are great as well. So if you like this book, I suggest all the other books written by her. The fourth series on my list is the 12 Boys I've Loved Before series by the amazing Jenny Han. I absolutely adore her. She is my favorite author of all time. I think that her writing style is so fun and easy to get into, and so descriptive of emotions that you didn't even know were able to be described through words. It's just so relatable, and I love the characters. I love how she focuses on family relationships and friendships as well as romantic relationships. If you don't know what 12 Boys I've Loved Before is, it's a series centered around the protagonist, Lara Jean, who lives with her dad and her two sisters. Her older sister is going off to college all the way in Scotland, and she has no idea how she's going to navigate her life without her older sister. Lara Jean is known for remaining in her comfort zone, and she hangs out with her little sister all the time after her older sister leaves. So her little sister takes matters into her own hands, and she goes into Lara Jean's room and she finds this hat box where Lara Jean has letters that she's written to every single guy that she's ever liked, and her little sister mails them out. Chaos ensues, romance ensues, family relationships are tested, friendships are tested. If you want something that'll really make you smile and put you in a good mood, then this series is the one for you. Go read it. The fifth sort of series that I'm going to recommend is the Anne and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After series. This is a series of sort of related romance novels written by Stephanie Perkins. Each novel is centered around a different couple, but it all comes together at the end in a really beautiful way. I'm a huge romance novel fanatic, so these are right up my alley. I've read them over and over and over again. The sixth book that I'm going to recommend is a standalone, and it's a little novel by the name of The Fault in Our Stars. You've also probably heard of this one. It's popular for a reason. It's one of the books that got me into reading when I was younger. It's just one of the best stories I've ever read about. And I don't really want to divulge too much on what it's about, because if you haven't read it, then I want you to go into it blind. Go. Read it now. Just stop watching the video. Go. The seventh book that I'm going to recommend is a standalone, and it's called Since You've Been Gone. It's written by Morgan Matson. This novel specifically is centered around a girl whose best friend disappears and leaves behind a list of things for her to do while she's gone. It is such a fun read, a perfect summer book. You can live vicariously through the main character who goes on a bunch of adventures that we can't go on right now. Number 8 on my list is a series titled The Summer I Turned Pretty. It is a trilogy, and it is a YA contemporary romance, very firmly centered around a love triangle between the main character Belly and two brothers, Jeremiah and Conrad, who she's known her entire life. She stays at their beach house every summer. As reigns true for every love triangle, Belly becomes romantically involved with each of these boys at some point. I personally have a favorite. You might have a different favorite. It's fine. Just know that your favorite is wrong. I'm kidding. If you like the one that I don't like, we can still be friends. The 9th book on my list is a standalone, and it's called The Sun Is Also a Star. There was also a movie made about this book. This is a running trend for most of the books on my list, but it does not take away from the fact that this is a fantastic novel. It's centered around a girl who is in danger of getting deported back to her home country of Jamaica. She meets this guy on the streets of New York, and he bets her that she will fall in love with him by the end of the day. And guess what? She does. Read the book to find out what else happens. The 10th book on my list is Eleanor Park, which is also by Rainbow Rowell, the same author that wrote Fangirl. This book holds one of the sweetest romances that I've ever read about. The main characters are very quirky and not what you'd expect them to be. They definitely don't fit the description of stereotypical main characters in a YA romance novel. And for that, I love this book very much. It's one of the first romance books that I ever read, and I still remember it to this day as one of my favorites. And if you have not read this book, I highly recommend that you do. So that is it for my list of books to read if you hate reading or if you're not really into reading. I hope that you end up reading at least one of them. If you do, let me know. And we can chat about books, because that's my favorite thing to do, literally ever. Talk about books. And if you find that these books make you suddenly obsessed with reading, that was the point. You may thank me and also hate me, because now you are going to be like me. If you watched all the way up here, comment a smiley face down below so I know that you did. It will make me very, very happy. I'm so glad that you stuck around until the end, and I hope that this list helped you out in some way. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, magical, glorious rest of your day, and I hope to see you on my channel again sometime soon. Happy reading!